It's time for another round of live, local, play-by-play coverage of Southwest Metro Sports on PSB Media.
Taken away by Spinner, potential shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Steven Spinner, the captain. Shot,
Great blocks in front of him, just waits for him to develop, breaks an arm tackle, and he'll dive for the end zone.
Watch the teamwork, tradition, and all-out competition unfold live on any streaming device.
Annie with it, gives off for Zulsdorf through traffic. Here's an opportunity, score! Oh boy.
PSB Media's coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by The Malt Store, Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, Athlete PT, Noodles & Company of Eden Prairie, The Sun Current, The Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine, the Pioneer Press, and BEC TV.
And it drops! The game is over! Forest Lake wins 1-0 in the bottom of the 10th. Brett Gravel is the hero.
Catch all of the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports. PSB Media.
Brady Stew up from his defense. We'll leave it for Graham. Graham works his way and scores in overtime. Michael Graham with the game.
Game time is coming up next.
A cohesive group of officials all knuckle bumping Bart Archer before the game. They want to call a good one. And the face-off is won by the Hornets, moving from left to right across your radio dial as Phillips headmans for mismatch, and on the backhand to play in deep, that was Dylan Malmquist. Back behind the net, it's Louis Rail as he plays it up the left wing wall. Over to make the play, Mark Sullivan plays ahead. It's handled by the Hornets as they take that off the stick of, big check throw in there. They took that off the stick of Graham to the slot area, and back into the corner it goes. Tyler Safgren. Now they're going to play that one back to Aguilar from the left corner. Outlets to Mark Sullivan from center ice. That gets away from Safgren, and it's going to be Rail to play back over for Aguilar to the left corner. He'll walk up from the left wing side across the center red, plays back in deep to the Edina zone. Foose behind his goaltender, Kobe Bowe. He gives off. That's too far for the intended receiver there in the corner. I believe that was Phillips. And it'll be played back down low to the corner. Back in behind the net, it's going to be Foose to ring up to the left wing side for Henry Bolby. He'll be checked off the puck there by Casey Middlestat. The Eagles work the offensive zone. It's going to be Riley Argetsinger from the left corner. He's stood up on the play. And the puck will be played down the wall. It's been a streaky season so far for the Eden Prairie Eagles as they're going to look to find some rhythm here to close out the late conference. The puck battled for in front of the bench area as it's played back over the left wing. Foose will swat that up the right wing wall, but that'll be picked off by Shue and gathered in by Brett Boldenau. He gets away from a Bolby stick check at center and tucks it back into the Edina zone. Back up to the left wing side on the stick for Bolby. Tape to tape, rink wide. Masterman races up the right wing side. He's going to be watched by Lieberman. In front. Oh, what a save with the stick. Prone was DeRocher, throws the paddle up in desperation and basically one-handed it out of the back of the net up high. That was an impressive play as the goaltender was falling to the derriere.
That's got to give him some confidence, too.
Great setup by the Hornets. They had a man trolling down the left wing side. I believe that was Clayton Phillips. As the puck is going to be played back in behind. Dornbach was the man high. Now he slides down into the slot area, but the Eagles will win the battle off the board. Lieberman rings. Held in there by Ben Foley, the big frame at the right point. Puck is played back in behind the net off the stick of Aguilar. The Hornets will come away with it. They'll walk up to the top of the circle, send that one to the corner. Now Dornbach is ridden off the puck, and the Eagles will win the battle. Puck to center. Foley pinches, but back into the Edina zone it goes. Luke Peranovich, right wing, off the glass and deep by Dornbach. Back in behind the Eagle zone. Railed up the right wing wall. Boldenau finds his man. That's Pattison. Check that. That was number 19, Tyler Safgren. Now it's Shue with it. Rink wide to the right side for Brett Boldenau. From center to big check thrown there by Meyer, but deflected in deeply by Safgren as the Hornets clear but not out. Wrist shot in on goal. Kobe Bowe steers to the left side. Now it's Shear with it. He plays to center. Body check thrown there. The Hornets, Ben Copeland will take over. Copeland to the corner. Now he gets a little bit of help. Shear is down low. Hornets will continue to battle, but it's the Eagles that come away. Rink wide, waist-high pass out of the zone by the big fella. That, of course, was Michael Graham. Now it's going to be Lieberman. He'll backpedal, looks through center, tries to stick handle, plays off the boards. Middlestat comes away with it, shrugs off one would-be checker, and it was steered wide and back behind the net by Bo. Stood up on the play, it's Middlestat. Meyer, nice job to play the body, then the puck all in one motion. Waite gets the outlet, tries to work his way and slice and dice. 3 Eagles say no. Now it's a collision, 2 men going for the puck. No penalty on the play. Gathered in and held and played back through by the Hornets. Mismatch was there. Now it's going to be handled, turned up. Back into the right corner. That was, of course, Dylan Malmquist. Checked on the play. Louis Rail. Bodies are flying everywhere in the offensive zone as the Hornets continue to play the body. Foose with it, pulls it back to the right side, hits a player on the way in, and possession for the Eagles. Back behind the net, they play to safety. The Hornets real quick on the loose puck. Malmquist scores! Waite gets the turnover on the left wing side, finds Malmquist in front. 1-0 Edina.
Yeah, and not only did Malmquist score, but Edina Parker Mismatch took a penalty for barking at the referee. He thought there should have been a penalty down low in the corner. He got thrown down, but while play continued, Waite to Malmquist. Malmquist into the open goal, give Edina one advantage. 10-minute misconduct for Mismatch, and that was after the play, so not a great decision by Parker Mismatch. But Edina has draws first blood early in this first period. But Pete, nice job of calling the play. Boy, that was 5 minutes where I could just sit back and enjoy some good hockey. But the referees are going to have their challenge tonight because whenever Edina and Eden Prairie get together, there's always a lot of emotion and intensity, and they have to walk the fine line as far as letting them play and keeping control of this game. So far, they've done a good job of mismatching the box for 10.
And Parker Mismatch is not any familiar stranger to the penalty box, as he spends his share of time there, and so now that takes the rhythm off of their line combos. You know, if you're on the 3rd and 4th line, you got to like having Mismatch around. Get you plenty of ice time.
You're going to get some ice time, and for Malmquist, that's the 17th goal of the season.
You know, Bart, I'm going to go on the coaching pontification. There's things you can control and things you can't control. You can control your mouth and keep yourself out of the box.
Right,
period.
Absolutely.
Hornets, though, have the 1-0 lead. 12-17 to go in period number 1. No power play for Eden Prairie as it's just 10 minutes in the sin bin for Parker Mismatch. Puck will be played off the right wing boards. Check thrown there. The Hornets will try to play it through. And out of the zone they come with Michael Graham. Smooth skater up the left wing side. Gains Hornet territory. Turns to his right to the slot area. The right-handed shot. Wanted to get the forehand from the high slot area, but the Hornets know who he is and gobbled him up. Now Henry Bowlby, straight-ahead player, plays this one down across the line to the backhand, and DeRocher makes a pad save for the butterfly up top of the crease area. Back behind the Eagles net, the puck will be rung to the right wing wall. Safgren is there. Pinching down to make the play, and the check was Masterman. To the right wing side, across the line, Dornbach chips a pass. Nice little touch on that as he is trying to find Matt Masterman toward the goal mouth area. That was steered away by DeRocher, and it's going to be Shear muscling off the end boards as he's bothered by Wes Young. Long rink-wide pass on the tape. Reaching ahead with Safgren as he was checked on the play. Phillips to the corner. Fans on that one, and the Hornets get support back out of the zone. On it, it's Ben Copeland. He runs into an Eagle player. Look out, up and over the glass and into the stands. Will face off at center ice.
Well, one thing that Edina is doing very, very well is when Graham or Middlesex get the puck, they close on him quickly. They take away whatever space they can. But Middlesex, boy, that puck just seems to be on Velcro. It seems to follow him around. But Edina's done a good job of containing the big hitters on this Eden Prairie squad so far. But Eden Prairie starting to push back a little bit after that Edina goal.
Middlestead possesses a lot of that skill you can't teach. The quick hands, it's glued to the stick. I mean, he's worked long and hard on his game. But he has something to work with that's been given to him, and it's quite obvious that young man is quite the talent.
Yeah, a very instinctual player as well.
Behind the Edina net, it's going to be Phillips. He'll play it along the left wing wall for Shear. He carries in front of the bench area. He's checked on the play, but the Hornets maintain possession. Sam Walker is shot in on goal as that takes DeRocher up off the chest as Walker wanted to go short side. And it was DeRocher equal to the test.
Yeah, it was a pretty good shot by Walker, showing pretty good speed, trying to get around Aguilar from the right dot. He let one go, but a busy stick by Aguilar up into the goaltender. DeRocher yelled onto it, face out to his left. Edina has an early lead, 1-0, 10:33 left in this first period.
And on goal, DeRocher is there to the left side. Waite with 1 goal tonight as he carries that one up the left wing wall for Waite. That's goal number 21. Eagles will control with Aguilar to the right wing side off the stick of Waite. Puck is swatted down. Waite plays to the corner, and it's going to be picked up by Riley Argetsinger. He's checked on the play. Aguilar supports out of the right corner. Now it's Aguilar angling through center, right at the center dot, and offside are the Eagles right at the line. A little bit of a quick move. The Hornets, though, did a nice job to deny the blue line.
Yeah, Edina's really stepping up to the blue line, really forcing the Eagles to kind of adjust their plans, but that's what caused that offsides. But Edina very active on the blue line, but the forwards are coming back. It looks like Edina came to play tonight, but it's going to be a tough road to hoe for this Eden Prairie Eagles team.
Well, the one thing that you're seeing Edina do a lot more of is play a more structured defensive game than they did earlier in the year. You can definitely see that this is coming into play. I call it their tournament time getting serious moment, and they played, I don't want to say unserious. Oh, look out, that nearly took off the beak of the coach, Steve Olinger.
Yeah, pretty good reflexes by Coach. Got out of the way of that one a little bit, or at least minimized whatever harm it was. Faceoff's going to be outside the Eden Prairie zone. But DeRocher in goal for this Eden Prairie Eagle team. He's already made a couple pretty big saves. And, giving one up against Malmquist isn't the end of the world, but they didn't think they were going to shut Edina out, so they just have to move on. It looks like they have.
He's had to make some saves in some tight areas around the top of the goal crease. There's a chance at another one by the goaltender DeRocher, who is challenged again and shut the door.
Yeah, Edina's playing really well down low. They're supporting the puck quite well, but that one came out to Casey Dornbach, no stranger to the scoring area, and he let a one-timer go, but nice job by DeRocher to follow that play and hold on to that puck.
I mean, it's not a formula, but simple math says you have to hold the Hornets to 3 goals or less, or you're going to come out with a tie.
And you better score 3 goals or more.
They've allowed 4 goals once this year, that to Hopkins a week and a half ago. Otherwise, they keep the puck out of the net. Here's a chance for Graham, and on goal, he's brought down on his way in. No call on the play. And Lee Smith has 1 foot on the dash. You're wondering why, as Graham made a power move toward the top of the crease. He did get dragged down, but the official said no penalty on the play. We continue 5-on-5. 9:18 to go. Edina leads by a score of 1-0.
Yeah, faceoff's going to be to Bo's left, but Graham did a nice job of getting in and working his edges. I think he just lost an edge, and that's when the Edina player kind of helped him down, but he kind of ran into Bo. Bo a little tender getting up, faceoff to his left. He looks no worse for the wear.
A couple of 12s to do the draw, and a couple of 12s to get
just
bounced.
Got tossed.
Copeland and Nolan Sullivan said, see you later. It was good seeing you.
See you soon.
So in to take the draw, that's Middlestat and Shear. Who gets the draw for Edina was Shear. Al Foose, the slick puck handling defenseman, hits Copeland in the skate with that. Turned over to the low slot. Shot in on goal. There's Bo to steer wide of the cage. Cleared to the line, held in. Wrist shot in on goal again. Stick save Bo. The Eagles control right circle down low. They wanted to find an opportunity there. That was Middlestat on the play. He works the phone booth, dangling away. Gets through traffic and cycles it back in behind the corner to take over the loose puck. As Argetsinger in front. Saved by Bo as he goes paddle down. A golden opportunity for Nolan Sullivan, top of the crease. And it was Bo who got the stick down to make the save. Great goaltending by both additions here tonight. DeRocher for the Eagles, Bo for the Hornets. 8.5 to go in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Edina. If you just joined us, wrist shot from the left point by Lieberman. That one hard off the wall and wide. Boy, that line's glad to get off. They look like they had a minus that was about to hit their column for the Hornets. Good shift for the Eagles as they go wholesale on the change as the Hornets look to break out. Phillips has stood up on the play, bothered by Mark Sullivan. Waite pokes it back into his own corner, but the Eagles are hounding the puck from the corner. That one just wide of the net. Mark Sullivan on the bid. Back up out of the zone. It's Walker as he's hammered on the play. Big check there by Sullivan. And even a bigger hit. Back the other way comes Argetsinger. Left wing side. That one deflects up and overplay. What a period of hockey here from the Eden Prairie Community Center.
Yeah, great stretch pass by Edina getting out of their zone. Hit basically Garrett Wade in stride. Him and Malmquist went in all alone. 2-on-0. A give and go and receive it back. But great job by DeRocher to follow that play, slide over and stack the pads and limit what could have been a great opportunity for the Edina Hornets.
Face off to the right of Bo.
Starting to open up a little bit.
Hunter Johannes, this is fire wagon hockey. It's like we're in the Forum in Montreal, circa 76. Right wing side, up the wall is Ben Monchep in front. Scores!
Oh, boy.
Monchamp to Malmquist. It's 2-0 Edina.
Well, again, Edina got that zone pretty easy. It was Monchamp that actually gained the zone on the right side along the wall. Sent one out for a redirection on Malmquist. He caught it far side. Nice redirect by Malmquist. That's his second goal of the night, 18th of the year, giving Edina a 2-0 lead. Big pass by Monchamp to make that play happen.
Can I ask you something, Bart Archer?
Sure.
Why do these high school guys have to jump in front of the visiting fans all the time?
I don't have an answer
Especially
for
when
that.
it's mostly parents. I don't quite understand.
I
It's a
don't
little
have an answer
embarrassing,
for
but
that.
it's uncomfortable.
And I don't know why they yelled during the national anthem either. So there's a lot of questions I don't have answers to, Pete.
Well, that's only reserved for Chicago Stadium, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Dornbach for the Hornets off the boards. They lead 2-0 up off the stick of DeRocher. And again, Bart Archer, if you get into a goal-scoring affair with the Hornets, you don't want them to up that score because it becomes a very difficult task to start putting the puck in the net.
Absolutely. Edina's more of a fast break team than they are half court, but they have such a solid transition game that you always have to be aware of where their forwards are on the ice because they're speedy and they know how to work the puck.
Look at you going Basketball Reference. Tip of the cap to the Wolves' win last night, Bart Archer. Puck is played by Foley from the right side. That's off Dornbach. It's deflected away, and out come the Eagles. On it, it's Lieberman, left wing side, and Foley stands over his prey off of that hit. Oh, my word.
3-on-2.
Bowlby overskates the biscuit, though, and that 3-on-2 thwarted. Sent right back in. Bowlby will play back over to Peronovich, rings the wall. Picked up by Foley, outlets right wing side. Masterman at his own line. Threw it because there were feet coming his way. And speaking of feet, taken from foot to stick neatly by Middlestad. Aguilar plays ahead on the puck. It's Middlestad. Little low submarine there, Kurt Giles style from Dornbach on Middlestad.
Very well played.
To the corner it goes, handled by Sullivan. Up to the right point. Rail takes a shot that's deflected wide. Wrap around a tip. Net was open. Bo was a little tardy going from right to left. Bowlby loses an edge. Better get that sharpening stone out there and the puck. Back up through center it goes. Masterman with it. Little drop pass. Nobody home, and the Eagles back up through center.
Boy, you got to get that deep.
Now it's going to be Parrish with it. Behind the net. Phillips plays the body on him. Check that. That's Luke Johnson. That's handled up the left wing side by Copeland. Off the side of the net. And the puck will be played back now. Right wing side controlled by Graham, as they play back to the right wing side for Sathrin. He works through Shear on that play, stepping up on the puck. It's Brett Boldenau. Foose will race over to the right side, takes it two-hander to the neutral zone. Now Walker from center is going to play that one back into the Eden Prairie zone. Brett Boldenau behind his own net. 5.5 to go in the first. 2-0 Edina. One-man wrecking crew on the forecheck as Walker forces the turnover, and the Eagles will break it out to the left wing side for Hunter Johannes. Back up off the stick, poked back in by Garrett Waite. He's dangerous down low, surveys the scene, and it's going to be poked back into the corner by the Eagle defense. That's Johannes on the play, body thrown there by Shue. Graham is there, check that it's, I believe that was Aguilar rather, and that's going to be poked away. Behind the net, Monchamp, big assist on the second Edina goal. They lead 2-0 if you've just joined us here. Played back up through the high slot area. Monchamp throws that one toward the net area. Boldenau plays that off the right wing wall. Trumpy is there. Crossed the line, kind of pulled himself offside, Bart Archer.
Yeah, and faceoff's going to be outside the Edina zone. 4:41 left in this first period. Edina holding on to a 2-goal lead. It's 2-0 as it stands right now. Eden Prairie's done a pretty good job of getting behind the Edina defenders and working down low, but Edina's doing a good job of keeping them to the outside and giving their goaltender a chance to see the puck.
Couple of turnovers in their own zone that have led to odd man situations down low, and the Hornets have converted. The goaltender DeRocher's made a couple of huge saves on other opportunities. Here's a foot race. Masterman almost couldn't pull the trigger as he came into the slot area off his stick, and that one rolls up and out of play. But Matt Masterman with the wheels as fast as anyone in high school hockey.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he went by them like they were standing still. That's something that Eden Prairie Eagles are going to have to be a little bit more active, especially when the puck's in their zone. But Masterman showed good speed. Another pretty good opportunity for the Edina Hornets. So Eden Prairie's going to have to limit those opportunities, because Edina, you get too many, you're going to get burned.
Left wing side, it's going to be played down by Peronovich. Quickly off the boards, Masterman in front, and DeRocher sliding from left to right takes the net off its posts. and the faceoff will come up inside the Eagle zone.
Yeah, Edina doing a good job of getting possession of the puck in the corners and getting it out in between the dots, but Eden Prairie really at least challenging Edina in that situation. But faceoff, as you said, to DeRocher's right. Easy for me to say.
I always think of the great Leo DeRocher.
Yeah.
That was a matter of time.
No relation to.
Absolutely. You never know these days. Shu will kick that up to Middlestat to the right wing side. Argetsinger foot race. He's got an angle on Peranovic. He has numbers to the net. Good coverage by Foley in front. However, Argetsinger comes out. Shot and a save by Bo from the butterfly. To the right corner, the Eagles will try to work the cycle. Foley makes the play to the line and not out. There's a shot that's picked off by Dornbach through center. Fans on it partially as Shu plays ahead. Now it's Peranovic. He's very elusive defensively, handles the puck well. A Gordy Roberts-style defenseman is what I would call Luke Peranovic.
That's pretty good praise right
Skates
there.
A lot like Gordy Roberts did back in the day with the big power turns.
Yeah.
Shear with it, left wing side. Looks to get away from one-man Roberts' Elk River team playing very well. Poising themselves for a run to the XL Energy Center. By the way, we'll have all of the Class AA quarterfinals, semifinals, and final round action on Sports Radio 105, The Ticket. We'll have the semifinals and finals of Class A. The Eagles from their own zone with 2:55 to go in the period, trailing 2-0 to the Edina Hornets. At the line, it's just into the bench area there. Off an Eagle stick, will face off inside their zone, Bart.
Well, Pete, there's a lot of skill out on the ice tonight. You get a chance to see a guy like Casey Middlestat. We talked about how the puck always seems to find him, and I think Garrett Wade on the other side of the coin for the Edina Hornets is that way as well. I think Wade's one of the better players in traffic as far as possession that I've seen all year.
Wade, of course, no relation to former American great Doug Waite. Now it's Foose to the right side. Blocker pad save. DeRocher steered quickly to his right. Behind the net, waiting for the puck is Malmquist. In the Eden Prairie zone is the puck. Malmquist plays it park style off the back of the net. Couldn't finish the play as he is pinned up on the wall by a rail. Back up through center ice it goes. It's going to be Johnson to play through center. And they're going to play that one back into the Edina zone. Foose now will take over for the Edina Hornets. Back behind his own net. Foose backpedals and peels off from the right. Left wing pass for Waite. Somehow he finds the puck and he has an angle. Winds and shoots, and a pad save to Rocher. Calmly to the butterfly. Turns that aside like a flea. Puck is played back to the left wing now. It's out of the zone. Working his way through. Graham wanted the hook. Was surprised he didn't get one. No power plays to note of. Mismatch has been in the box for 10 minutes for the Hornets. That rolls off the side of the net. DeRocher was there, but Aguilar will play ahead to the left wing side. Shu with it. Now Middlestat. Across the line. Leaves to the right wing. Dangling down to the corner, it's Nolan Sullivan. That one played back up through the center ice area. Shu will race this one down. He better hurry. He's being watched by Bobby. Gets a stick inside on him, but it's Shu that comes away with it. He guides the puck to the left wing side for Nolan Sullivan. Middlestat gives chase. It's Phillips who plays, but is hit. Still at center ice. Masterman was there, picked up by Middlestat. He's a lot like Wade, where that puck is glued to the stick. And now it's going to be Masterman with 1:12 to go in the period. Plays back in and behind. Behind the net for the Eagles, Lieberman with it. Watched by Dornbach. Gives to the left corner for his partner, Andy Aguilar. Advances to the left wing side. Sullivan was there. Gets the puck across the Edina line. In on goal as it dribbles in. And Kobe Bowe reaches over to make the glove save and hang on for a safety valve.
Well, there's not a lot of room in the neutral zone for this Eden Prairie team to gather any speed. They're having possession, they're gaining the zone, but then they meet the challenge of the Edina defenders, and the Hornets forwards are coming back to support. So once they get the line, they're being challenged, and they just have to get the puck deep and then go to work. But so far, Edina's done a good job of answering the defensive bell.
Face-off pulled back by the Hornets in their own zone. Foley from the right corner advances to Monchamp through center. Malmquist for Waite. Monchamp playing in place of Mismatch and getting the job done. The benefactor. Snapper up off the glass by Waite from the high slot area. He wanted to go high cheese with the glove. Couldn't get it.
That's a big league release right there.
Had some juice on that puck as well. Now Monchamp from the right side. Monchamp with it. Left off up high. Now Foley is there. Watched by Graham. Played back up through the center ice area, and it's going to be Safgren. He's checked in front of the penalty box area by Waite as the puck is sent in wide of the net with 12 to go in the period. Aguilar looks up the left wing rail, tugged on there by Malmquist, still gets it deep. Foot race ensues. Young is there for the Eagles. Plays the body. The Hornets to safety. Look to play it up the wall and checked on the play, and that's going to do it for the period. Was Masterman as the Hornets take the 2-0 lead after the first period. Very impressive. The big guns getting it done for the Edina Hornets. Waite scores to start the goal scoring with his 21st, and then it will be Malmquist with his 17th. We'll have a full summary for you when we come back. More coming up. Sports Radio 105, The Ticket.
What's with all that racket? I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Of 2-0 over the Eden Prairie Eagles. Couple of goals scored in that first period. Early on, it was Dylan Malmquist, and then a little midway through the period, Dylan Malmquist again. He has a pair of goals. Garrett Waite and Ben Monchamp, the helpers, credited with that, as well as the one penalty call, that a 10-minute misconduct to Parker Mismash. And Bart Archer, he should be due out of the sin bin here pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, in fact, and really, Edina didn't miss a stride, and that's one of the advantages of having the depth that they have. But I'm sure they'll welcome Mismatch back so they can get some continuity in the lines again.
No question about that, and that was one of the things we said is, you don't want to hurt your team with penalties and times off the ice by things you can control, and one thing is your mouth, and that's what it was for. But it gives another guy like Ben Monchamp an opportunity who probably would be a first or second liner in most organizations or hockey clubs across the state at the high school level.
Yeah, and it looks like he blended in quite well. He gets it as far as what his role is on that line, but boy, to be able to play with Waite and Malmquist is not a bad deal. So, as you said, maybe the guys down in the lower lines don't mind having Mismatch in the box for 10 minutes, but I'm sure the coaches are going to welcome him back. But he's got to play a little bit more discipline. Don't lose that aggressive side, so to speak. Be a sandpaper player. You agitate, but you're also effective, but you can't be effective from the penalty box. So there's a lesson to be learned there.
As I say, play on the edge, but not over the edge.
There you go.
The Hornets lead the Eagles by a score of 2-0. We have a different Zamboni driver on the chair, so we're going to have to probably take a timeout. We don't have 20 minutes between periods like we thought we did,
right.
So we will take a timeout. When we come back, it's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. High school hockey continues on Sports Radio 105, The Ticket. And leading the late conference, looking to wrap that up are the Edina Hornets. We're underway to start period number 2. Thanks for joining us here on Sports Radio 105 The Ticket, high school hockey. Each and every Thursday night and all the way through section playoffs of the state tournament. Across the line, that looked like that may have been offside, but we play on.
Only by a lot.
Sent back in behind the net. So I wasn't seeing things, Bart Archer. Eagles working the offensive zone. It's going to be Phillips from the right corner as he's checked on the play. Mark Sullivan is there for the Eagles. Phillips gets the puck, swings it to the far left corner in the Edina zone. They moving from right to left across your radio dial. Sent back into the Eden Prairie zone and icing the call out of the box 45 seconds into the start of the second period.
Yeah, we're early, and as you said, Pete, 45 seconds into the second period, but all the plays been in the Edina zone, and that's with possession for Eden Prairie. They did give it up, and Edina iced the puck to relieve a little pressure, face off to Bo's left. But a very encouraging sign for Coach Lee Smith to take the face off of the second period. In fact, Eden Prairie going from left to right on your radio dial.
Played back in behind the net. Muscle move to the goal mouth area. Nolan Sullivan nearly pulled the trigger. There's a wrist shot off ball. Rebound off the side of the goal. Good opportunity for the Eagles. Now it's going to be Foose checked on the play. Nolan Sullivan was there with that forecheck. Argensinger comes away. It's a renewed, invigorated Eden Prairie forecheck. Out of the zone, but no. That was Dornbach looking to clear and sent right back in on a fine defensive play by Nolan Sullivan. Now Nolan Sullivan outraces the Hornets to the puck. They're scrambling, shot it on goal, and that is going to be covered up by Bo, Bart Archer. We're now almost a minute and a half into the start of the second period, and the puck has not left the Edina zone.
No, and Edina's back on their heels, but Eden Prairie doing a good job of pressuring the Edina defenders, getting the puck down low, and then going to work. And so far, they've done a pretty good job as far as positioning, stick side checks, good separation, getting the puck into the muddy areas. Only Bo kept that one out of that net, but great pressure by Eden Prairie so far early in the second period.
Up the middle it goes for Copeland for the Hornets across center. Picked up by the defense, played back by Aguilar. Hits a Hornet player that gets it back to the corner. Walker to the corner. Races down his own puck in the left wing side for Edina, offensive zone in Eden Prairie's end. Shear is there. The hard-working Bram Shear. Walker tried to get inside on his man. That was Shue as he stood up on the play by Johnson. And Luke Johnson's going to go. You are right, Bart Archer, for an interference.
Well, actually, it's going to be Perunovich. I kind of did a boo-boo on your roster here, but it's going to be Perunovich that's going to go for interference. Actually, the puck got past him in the neutral zone, and he pinched the player off, impeding his progress to the puck. So now we're going to see that Eden Prairie power play hovering around the 38% mark, so very formidable. Edina's penalty kill, 82.8% room for improvement there.
It's been getting better and better as the season has worn on. The Hornets will clear at the length of the ice, and on goal, DeRocher takes that long sauce from Foley.
And this Hornet team can score shorthanded, so Eden Prairie's still going to have to mind their defensive responsibilities on the power play.
And up the ice they come with Aguilar, gets away from the oncoming weight check. Aguilar skates across the line, carries it to the corner, watched by Foose. Plays to the corner, checked and stood up on the play. The Eagles, that was Safran, and the puck is cleared up and out of the playing surface.
Boy, I almost tried to get Coach Olinger again on that one, but
we've got the beak. What's next?
But just relieve a little pressure. It was Waite that turned and fired, tried to go down the ice, but obviously up and out of play. So faceoff's going to be to Bo's right. We're early in the second period. Edina clinging to a 2-goal lead right now, 2-0. But Eden Prairie on the power play. Minute 32 seconds left in the penalty to Perunovich.
Malmquist to take the face-off, won by Nolan Sullivan, up high to the point, shot in on goal, about glove hand high as Bo goes down to the knees and pulls it out of the air.
Well, Lieberman back on the point, 6 goals, 9 assists on the season. 2 of them are power play goals. Did a good job of releasing that puck. A little high, but easy to handle for Bo, but good sight lines cleared out by the Edina defenders.
Minute 23 to go on the man advantage for the Eagles as they look to cut the Hornet lead in half. Up through center, it's Lieberman. Angles it into the right wing corner as the Eagles will give chase behind the Edina net. That's going to be Foley to play ahead. Malmquist will guide it out of the zone as the puck rattles its way in off the left side of the cage in the Eden Prairie zone. DeRocher will set up, and it's going to be Lieberman to walk out of the zone. He has ice. He sends a pass to the right wing side for Sullivan. That's Nolan Sullivan. Plays it to the corner. Middlestat wants to make some room. Does. Sits on it for a moment. Argensinger is there now. It's going to be picked up by Nolan Sullivan. To the right point, Lieberman, left shot, plays across, glove save. The good athlete that Bo is, pulls that one out of the air, sees it again clean.
Well, Lieberman not afraid to take that shot just inside the blue center ice. But again, another wrist shot, Pete. If he can keep those down a little bit, it doesn't have to be a rocket. It just has to be on goal. But he's making the Kobe Bo not work very hard for that. Down low, maybe a rebound. He had plenty of support out in front of the net. Face off to Bo's left. 42 seconds left on the penalty for Perunovich.
Graham launched from the face-off circle. In goes Tyler Safgren. Safgren with 11 points on the season, 3 goals, 8 assists. Faking the shot. That was fanned on there by Mark Sullivan. The Hornets clear to center. That was Walker. Dornbach was there as well. That one's up and out of play.
Yeah, just fanned on the shot, and the puck seemed to trickle back into the zone, but Graham decided to touch that puck, and basically what that does is stop the clock, which is a good situation. Now he's got to win this faceoff outside the Edina zone.
Graham and Dornbach had scrammed to get the draw, played into the Edina zone. Tyler Safgren was there, cleared off the boards, back in behind the net, set up by DeRocher. Wearing sweater number 1, Andy Aguilar with him, the captain, up the middle of the ice on the breakout with 15 to go on the man advantage. Foley gets a mid on that one. And brought in offside by Graham, as we'll bring it back to center.
Well, Eden Prairie kind of lacking a little rhythm right now. Edina's doing a good job of really interrupting them. They're not able to get any speed through the neutral zone. Edina challenging at the blue line with all bodies on deck, but Eden Prairie's just got to find some rhythm. Only 11 seconds left in the penalty to Edina, but one good final rush would be in order for these Eden Prairie Eagles.
Possession's key, and they get it. Across the line, Lieberman, shot, stick save, steered to the left by the goaltender, Kobe Bo. From the right point at the line, Rail plays it down the wall, Middlestad walks and one of the high, short side, couldn't get it. Now it's picked up by Phillips behind his own net. The freshman plays up the middle. Copeland cuts back over the right, through some traffic. Bowlby makes a move, here he comes, left wing side. Try to dangle, not at this level, as that one is blocked wide of the cage. And to the right wing, it's going to be played back up through center. Now it's handled back up through center again, and the Eagles play catch with the Hornets. Graham is checked on the play. Stepping up was Meyer, who gets the puck back from his own zone and plays back through center. Bowlby, right wing pass. Masterman has Copeland trailing. He wanted the pass high in the slot, and it just failed to click, and the Eagles regain possession. In on goal, Bo makes the save. Middlestat chasing down the slot. He elects to hang on. The faceoff comes up inside the Edina zone.
Yeah, Pete, pretty good opportunity. 3-on-2 by the Edina Hornets. Gained the zone, but dropped it back to Copeland. I think Copeland just took his eye off a little bit in anticipation of taking that shot. Pretty good break for the Eden Prairie Eagles. Faceoff once again to Bo's left. 12-16 left in the second period. Edina holding on to a 2-goal advantage.
Argetsinger in the faceoff circle against Malmquist. 50-50 puck. Hornets get possession and play that one to the line, but not out. Foose will come away with it to the right corner off the side of the cage with Bo in net. Now the Eagles get it up top. Oh, there's a shot by Nolan Sullivan. Another shot, and calm on the play was Kobe Bo to take that Tyler Safgren bit away as he slams the door, and it's still 2-0 Edina.
Well, Eden Prairie might not have scored on that power play, but they gained a little momentum, a little confidence. Pete, you can see it in the way they're playing. They're holding onto the puck just a little bit longer, and they're actually setting things up, but they're putting good pressure on Kobe Bo. If it wasn't for Kobe Bo, we might have a tie game right now.
They have been absolutely all over the puck in the offensive zone of the Eagles. A renewed confidence. Nolan Sullivan in on goal, short side, and that's Bo again to shut the door, lost the stick. The Hornets race up ice, left wing side. Malmquist from right, he bids for the hat trick, that over the top of the net to carry him to the neutral zone. That gets away from Foley. Argetsinger chases him down. Foley makes a neat little play off the boards to Monchamp. That one gets under the stick of Malmquist, and it's going to be handled. Interesting, back in the lineup now out of the penalty box is mismatched, but Monchamp stays in at the right wing position with this top line. Now it's Perunovich with it. Outlets for Monchamp. He's going to race up the right wing side. He plays it in deep, gets it back in behind the Eden Prairie net. Rail plays that to the left wing side for Johannes. It's going to be played back in behind. Waite takes it from Malmquist. He's checked on the play by Louis Rail. Malmquist pinches from the hash marks, plays back in behind. Over is Masterman, off his stick. Johannes is going to have to hurry because Masterman's hounded him with the wheels. Puck is still played in. Masterman walks out the right wing wall down low, and an opportunity. Oh, the Hornets benches in, sets, no interference call. Scores! Paul Meyer Hits it from the left point, wires it into the top shelf, and it's 3-0 Edina.
Yeah, in fact, Eden Prairie kind of dodged a little bit of a bullet. That could have been a holding penalty, but Edina up in arms as it stands. But Edina maintained possession. Paul Meyer, left side point, just inside the blue line. Let a wrist shot go, went glove side upper corner, and I'm sure that DeRocher didn't see that one. Kind of a harmless shot, but that's Paul Meyer's first goal of this season, but a big goal it was. Now it boosts the Hornet lead to 3. Now it's up to the Eagles to respond, Pete.
Kurt Giles still giving the official what for missing that interference or hold, if you will. It's kind of hard to be bitter because of that. There was a turnover and traffic all over the place, and your defenseman scored. But he wanted to be heard, no question. 3-0 Edina midway through the second period with 10:34 to go. Now Dornbach from center gets away from one man, holds the puck, and plays back into the Eden Prairie zone. Brett Boldenau, they play ahead. It's going to be Meyer with it. He'll zing that one right back in on goal. DeRocher makes the glove save.
Yeah, he didn't just dump it in, Pete. I think he's going for a second tally on that shift, but Edina's showing some pretty good life. The benefit of having Waite and Malmquist, and whether it be Monchep or Masterman comes back out, is they can take momentum back. Eden Prairie had momentum, but once that line came out, Edina had the puck in the offensive zone, and they haven't let go to this point. So Eden Prairie's got to really kind of get back to what they did to start the second period.
For Paul Meyer, that's his first career goal and his 14th point on the season. Puck will be angled back through into the Eden Prairie zone. Foose with it, guides it down the wall. Edina now energized the past couple of shifts, got off to that slow start. The Eagles were all over them. And now it's going to be Shear down low. Walker bids that one wide of the net. Right wing side it goes, back up to the neutral zone. Middlestad's bothered on the play by Copeland, turns over. Foose gathers in, gets set up behind his own net. Here's Foose with it, looks to his left. Now he's going to be flushed by Graham. Graham nearly got the puck, but Foose too quick with the mitts. To the right wing side, it's Walker, sends a sauce to the near side. Shear stood up on the play, but sent packing his shoes. Solid collision there. Turnover, back up the ice come the Eagles. Brady Shue, the defenseman, on the rush, off the right wing. Little how's she going on Foley. Neat little play there, off the skate toward the goal mouth. And the net is knocked off its post. Got dicey in front of the Edina net area there. And will face off outside the zone.
Well, senior defenseman, co-captain Brady Shue showed some good skills on that one. Showed some good speed. Came through the neutral zone. It was a 2-on-2. Took it wide, but showed some pretty good stick skills by getting the puck down low and then sending it back out front. They tried to kick it back in, but that's when all heck kind of broke loose. But Edina dodged a bit of a bullet on that one. Nice rush by Shue.
Hornets will control to the left side. That's off the stick of Peronovich as he looks ahead for Malmquist. Wait to the corner, jammed on the play. He's sent packing down to the ice. He goes. The Eagles will transition out of the zone with the rangy Argetsinger. Argetsinger carries that on the angle in front. That one high and wide off the glass, and that's too far for Garrett Waite. He'll race up and catch up to it though. Waite with a nice move on the backhand in front, and a good opportunity. Great skating capabilities there by Garrett Waite, and a better save by DeRocher.
Yeah, and Waite showed some guts. He got taken in the boards pretty hard. I think he wrecked he injured his right wrist a little bit. Didn't come off, but on the clearing attempt, he caught up to it and actually did a little bit of a toe drag around Lieberman, which isn't an easy thing to do. Got a pretty good backhand shot on DeRocher, but DeRocher, good position save on that one. Held onto it. Face off to his left. 8:47 left in the second period. Edina up 3-0.
From the Eden Prairie Community Center on goal, Bowlby. A sneak one through on the backhand. Nice scoring chance for the Hornets off the draw. Bowlby in the low slot area. Up high, it's played back in by Phillips. Bowlby with it. Checked on the play, and to the line, Meyer passes off the right side for Masterman. Off the boards. Cleared but not out. Going to be picked right back up by Louis Rail, the junior. Handled once again with a little help from Lieberman out of the zone. He skates quite well for this Eagle team. Across the line, makes a move. His forwards had to wait for him to gain the line. Kind of an awkward situation there. To the goal mouth area. That's Bowlby who swats that away for the Hornets. It's going to be Lieberman with it. He's pickpocketed, breakaway. Here comes Masterman with Dornbach behind him. Masterman to the forehand. Oh, and DeRocher somehow keeps that out of the back of the net. I thought for a second he was going to drop it back for Dornbach.
Might not have been a bad play.
Pump one off the pad and get the rebound. Why not? Cleared out of the zone. Meyer reaches back and plays it back into the Eden Prairie zone. DeRocher's been just lights out here in this contest. His team trails the Eagles, that is, by a score of 3-0 with 7.5 to go in the period. A backdoor opportunity for Copeland. DeRocher slides hard to the right, knocking the net off its post.
Well, Pete, it looks like Edina's kind of found a little bit of extra energy, and it looks like the wheels on the Eagles bus are starting to wobble a little bit. The forwards there's too much space between the Eden Prairie defense and the forwards. There generally should be between 20-25 feet, somewhere in that area. They're getting into the 35 feet, and that's giving Edina a lot of room to move and pressure. Eden Prairie's having a difficult time getting out of their zone, Pete.
Copeland and Middlestad off the draw in the right circle in the Eden Prairie zone. Middlestat the draw. Shue comes away with it from the right corner. It goes back to Aguilar, his defensive partner. Aguilar gives back to Shue. He'll guide up the middle. Middlestat with it. Middlestat tripped, but the blue line or the center red line can't be called for that. Shue lets it in from the right side. Blocker pad save Bo. They're swatting away loose puck. Bo throws the pad out of nowhere, pulls that one away. Here come the Hornets with numbers out of the zone. Copeland across the line. He has a man. Shear to the backhand. DeRocher the save. A rebound. Oh, another save by DeRocher. What opportunities up and down the ice. Here come the Eagles back the other way. Sullivan checked down the play. He takes out not one but two Hornets in the corner. Shear plays back in behind. Johnson will play around. Penalty coming up. He was taken high on a hit by Mark Sullivan. The Eagles are going to go. Shear tried to take his man down. We'll see if we have a second penalty coming up. I think it's only going to be one.
Yeah, and it's going to be an elbow, Pete, and that's going to be to Mark Sullivan. But you're right, he did take the elbow up a little bit high. And Edina kind of lucky. Once they had the delayed penalty, there was almost a question whether they're going to offset them. But Edina's going to get a power play. 24%, Pete. When they started the year 5 games in, they were at about the 7-8%. So definitely Edina's power play has certainly improved. The penalty kill for the Eden Prairie Eagles just a shade under 80%. Again, room for improvement on the penalty kill, but their challenge is in front of them as Edina puts out the big boys. It's going to be Dornbach between Waite and Malmquist.
Face off to the right side. You have that kind of talent. There's no doubt that your power play is going to get better. And now at 24%, Bart, that's an incredible number. At any level, you got to take that.
Absolutely.
Malmquist, or Foose rather, down to the left side up high, umbrella. That was Foley that plays for Malmquist. Foley comes away at the line to the right side, holds it. Malmquist down low, Waite walks from the goal line, hits the side of the post, up and out of play.
Boy, tried to go short side on DeRocher. He almost had that, but Shue took one of the shots from, I believe it was Foley, took it in the foot, but he was a little gingerly, but he kind of mucked it up out there, stayed out there, and really did some good things. But Edina getting down low, pretty good shot by Waite. Good delay on that one. That's what goal scorers can do. They can wait for that right time, and I think he did. He just missed it. Otherwise, DeRocher made a great save.
Face-off controlled and won, and then the puck out of the play by the Eden Prairie Eagles will redo to the left side of the goaltender, Sean DeRocher.
Yeah, just a minute 30 left in the penalty to Sullivan.
Dornbach on the draw. He goes up against Nolan Sullivan. Eagles will get it from the right wing side, find an opening, and clear the length of the ice.
Well, Pete, it seems like DeRocher's going down a little bit early, and he's made some great saves, and this isn't a knock against him, but Edina's going to get the book on that, and they're going to go high.
How good is Kobe Bo, his counterpart, Ben? Dornbach goes high as the goaltender goes down.
Yeah, no question.
Gets the glove, blocker pad on that, and stick, if you will, this DeRocher up and out of play.
And I venture to say that Bo's played well, but I think DeRocher's even matched goaltender for goaltender. He's just had more opportunities to make saves, but I think both tenders have really kind of answered the bell tonight. It's just Edina's getting the opportunities.
I think back to those chances a few minutes ago that were down low. There's coming through traffic.
A lot of traffic.
And throwing some pads out. Yeah, the question always is do the Edina Hornets have the goaltending? And I think Kobe Bo has more than answered that for them so far this year.
Yeah, it seems like every year they go in with that same question. It always seems to get answered, doesn't
Somebody always seems to answer it. You're correct. Waite for Malmquist. Back up high, top the umbrella. Meyer rotates down low. That's off a skate in on Foose. Rebound! Dornbach! Where'd that puck go? And no goal on the play. I guess the net moved once again.
Boy, you never see that in the Lake Conference, do you? But great hands by Dornbach on that one to get the puck from his backhand to his forehand, put a good shot on, but DeRocher answered the bell.
I would love to see a rule. The goaltender's given 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's part of the game, and
I know.
but they're taught to slide hard to the posts. These things are barely in the ice for safety purposes, and that would be a delay of game, let's say, after 5. You're given 5. But
I get you.
That would never happen. Back in behind the net, the Hornets control with 30 to go in the man advantage. There's a chance hit on goal again, and DeRoche the save.
Yeah, Malmquist tried to sneak it in off the goaltender. He was below the goal line and really tried to knock it in off DeRoche. But, Pete, I think the penalty of knocking the net off is generally the face-off in your zone, which isn't something that coaches really want to see, especially with Edina's face-off success tonight.
Going to be Malmquist and Graham. Malmquist, the quick draw back to Foose to the left point. Hornets in the offensive zone. Foose from the top of the blue line to the right side for Waite. Plays back in the corner behind the net. Walking from right to left is Malmquist. A little backhand up high to the left point. Dancing to his right is Foose. Now it's going to be Malmquist, a snapper and a stick save. To the corner it goes off of DeRoche. Graham will come away with it. They're going to break out. 3 to go. They're going to be full strength. Middlestad across the line. Wrist shot and a glove save by Bowe. 4.5 to go in the second period. Face off to Bowe's right.
Well, it was a 2-on-2, and it was Graham and Middlestead. They were coming up with possession through the neutral zone with speed, but it was Paul Meyer that did a good job to force a very speedy Middlestead to the outside on the left side. He took a shot just on top of the left circle, but Bowe tracked that one into his glove. Face off now to his right. 4:31 left in the second period. Edina holding on to a 3-goal lead.
Blocker pad save, steered off to the right side. Middlestad comes up, plays to the corner. The Hornets are there to support. That's Copeland, but Middlestad comes away with it. He'll turn away from traffic. Middlestad stays on the puck. Down the wall it goes. Middlestad again. Through a lot of traffic. Middlestad comes away with it, but that's Peronovich to block the opportunity. Peronovich will step into the loose puck. Outlets hard to the right side. Up the ice goes Masterman. And it's Aguilar and Masterman spading in the corner. The Eden Prairie end. Off the right side of the net now. It's going to be picked up by a rail. Plays off the boards. Angle pass through center. Here comes Graham with speed. Peronovich pokes it off his stick. Graham looks for help. No one there as the Eagles change, and the Hornets break out to the right wing side. Volpe for Masterman to the near side for Copeland. Copeland will play back into the Eagles zone. Back behind the net. They're going to leave off. Shoe will play for Argetsinger. Rink wide it goes off the stick, and at center ice, and a broken twig on the play. And it's broken because it was a slash.
Well, that's not going to do themselves any favor. It looks like, Shearer's going to go to the box for Edina. It's going to be a slashing penalty, as you said, Pete. Have not seen Parker mismatch on the ice. He's eligible to play, but when you do something that isn't conducive to moving the team forward, Kurt Giles is going to make you suffer some consequence. It looks like he's going through that right now. But face-off down deep in the Edina zone, and the Hornets, as we said, going to be a man down, and we're going to see that almost 38% power play from the Eden Prairie Eagles. Boy, what a shot of energy that would give them if they can punch one in at this point.
We saw what it did early on in the period, Bart. It gave them plenty of opportunity, and there's going to be a Hornet toss and an Eagle toss from the face-off circle. Graham and Malmquist go, and 2 new players come in. The face-off is cleaned by the Eagles to the point. Now it's going to be Graham, left wing side, back down low. They go off the side of the goal. Brett Boldenau with an opportunity. He's on the right hash marks off the end wall. Safgren is there. Graham, left wing side, up high to the point. Aguilar, Safgren, one touch back to Aguilar. Busy stick by Waite, forces a turnover. Hornets play it through center, and they're going to ring it back into the Eden Prairie zone behind the net. 2:50 to go in the second, 1:28 to go in the man advantage. Hornets holding the 3-0 lead. Back in behind the goal they go with Andy Aguilar. Outlets left wing side for Brett Boldenau. Graham plays that one out of the air, turns and plays back in behind the net. Malmquist gets position on Brett Boldenau. The puck is jostled for 4 players battle, 2 from each club. Graham comes over to be the 5th, and the Hornets still find a way to come out now with Malmquist strong up the ice. Pickpocketed with a poke check by Aguilar. The Eagles regain possession. Aguilar across the line, stick handles, plays back in behind the Edina net. Foley will wait for the loose change as Mark Sullivan plays him off the puck. Foley fights it back. Aguilar kicks it from skate to stick, plays down the wall. Mark Sullivan shot deflected, up and out of play. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Edina leads 3-0.
Well, pretty good puck movement by the Eden Prairie Eagles. They just can't get into the scoring area, and when they do the opportunity they had, they shot it a bit wide, but Edina doing a great job defensively, staying in a disciplined box and really congesting the passing lanes, not making it easy for Eden Prairie to move the puck. But face off to Bowe's left. 2 minutes left in the period. 38 seconds left in the penalty to Edina.
Eagles with possession, walking off the side of the net. That little shot pass by Lieberman, ankle high, didn't click. Puck played back to the right side of the cage. Kobe Bowe sets up on the post and watches the battle ensue. Eagles come away with it, though. It's going to be handled by Mittelstadt. He's going to cycle back in behind. On the puck, it's Nolan Sullivan. Walks to the goal mouth area. Walker stood up on the play. Puck rolls to the top of the left circle. Now it's going to be handled by Lieberman. To the near side to Mittelstadt. 8 to go in the man advantage. Mittelstadt look to his left. Nowhere to pass the puck. Hornets clogging the lanes impressively. Back on the ice steps Shear. Volpe was looking to come off the bench, but he was brought back. Shear throws a massive hit. That one on the defenseman Lieberman. In on goal, and Bowe makes the save.
Wow, Shear came out and just drilled him. And I believe it was Lieberman, as you said, Pete, and he's a pretty big guy himself. But he kind of dodged a bit of a bullet. Good zone time by the Eden Prairie Eagles. And we'll see if they're able to maintain whatever momentum that they gained on that one. But Edina's got to stay out of the box because Eden Prairie just seems poised. And when they get their shots, Kobe Bowe does a good job. But Eden Prairie now has a man in the box. We'll have to wait and see what that was, unless you saw it, Pete.
I did not. It's probably a direct reflection of the hit on the defenseman, Nicky Lieberman. Wow, did he get developed on that play.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be Argensinger that's going to spend time in the box. And boy, he's one of those speedy forwards that Eden Prairie could use at this juncture. So, boy, they have a challenge in front of them. Time to pick up your teammate. But Edina on the power play, 24%. Penalty kill, 80% for the Eden Prairie Eagles.
He goes for a cross check. Does Argensinger. Hornets power play again. Second one of the period. Foose plays to the right wing side. Now it's going to be Foley. Scores! Foley with a snapshot up to the shelf, glove side. Hornets connect on the power play, and it's 4-0.
Boy, those stick penalties can really kind of kill you. You know, the cross-checking penalty gave you down to the power play. They won the face-off. And as you said, Pete, it was Foley that took that shot from the point. That's the second goal from just inside the blue line. Wrist shot, glove side, but Edina now with a 4-goal cushion, just under a minute to go in this second period. Eden Prairie has got to respond, at least finish this period strong and get some positive feelings going back, but they're not making their task any easier.
You know, Eden Prairie is playing a very nice game here, Bart Archer. Solid effort. This Hornet team is, wow. Well, it's as good a team as I've seen all year.
Yeah, when the defense starts getting involved in the scoring, it changes the dynamic of how you defend. And, boy, it doesn't make it any easier when the defense get involved.
Bowe makes a pad save. It's Mittelstadt.
Here it is.
His shot wide of the net. Graham is there as he looks to play one off the short side. Instead, Graham controls out of the corner with 30 to go in the period. Back in behind the net it goes. Masterman races over to the right side. He's going to carry it up through center. All sorts of activity going on that play. Bodies flying everywhere. Graham with it. Those soccer skills there. That one. What plays by Sullivan took it away from a Hornet player with just his feet. Volpe checked at the line. Full-fledged conversation going on there. I think what happened is our microphone got turned in toward the penalty box area, but nonetheless there's some activity to the corner.
Yep. Well, the emotions are going to kind of run a little bit high. A little frustration on the side of the Eden Prairie Eagles, but no worse for the wear. Everybody's going to go to their respective locker rooms and take some time and regroup. Edina, you know, not many adjustments really need to be made. They're protecting their goaltender. They're playing good defensively. They're getting possession and speed through the neutral zone and putting pressure on DeRocher. I think if there's one thing Eden Prairie has to do is they have to be a little bit more efficient as far as their zone exit. Their positioning has to be a little bit better. But if they can get some speed through the neutral zone and put some pressure on the Edina Hornets, that would bode very, very well. But they have to kind of come out with that energy and mimic what they did in the second period.
We'll talk more about what we've seen here at the Eden Prairie Community Center. It's been one whale of a hockey game. Scoreboard might not indicate it, but the Hornets lead by a score of 4-0. They've been making good on their scoring chances. We continue with more high school hockey on Sports Radio 105, The Ticket. Back underway here to start the third period. It's 5-on-5 hockey. Hornets and the Eagles. And once again, Ben Monchamp dressing on that top line after the Parker misconduct. Like that coaching staff saying, hey, you know what, you want to win a chip? You don't work it that way with a mouthy penalty.
There's got to be a consequence.
Handled by Malmquist, plays it to the left wing side. Waite will flip that one into the corner. Aguilar gets there with Masterman. Masterman and Aguilar doing battle. Back up the left wing side, flipped up high in the air. Puck will be angled to the corner as Johnson was there, and that will be whistled down for an icing call. Back into the Eagles zone it goes.
Well, Pete, I think really Eden Prairie's first has to start winning some faceoffs. Edina has had great success in the faceoff circle so far tonight. It'd be a good start to win this draw and get the puck up the ice.
Quite compelling, Bart. The Hornets scored their first 2 goals in the first period with energy going to the net and odd men.
Yep.
And then their last 2 goals have been long shots from the point with traffic. There's a shot that hits the traffic and pushed over high wide of the net. Johnson with it. Plays it rink wide for Foose. Foose checked on the play, plays it into the Eagle zone as DeRocher will cover up, and the faceoff comes up to his left.
Well, it was kind of an owly little dump in by Foose, kind of a little chip shot, and it took a bounce about 5, 6, 7 feet in front of DeRocher, so he did a good job of making himself big and holding onto that puck faceoff to his right.
Goaltenders don't like the in-between hops, just like a second baseman isn't really a fan of that either. That one in on goal.
And you can't really charge it either like an infielder, but Edina, again, wins the faceoff, gets a pretty good shot from the left, top of the left circle, but DeRocher, once again, good position, safe faceoff to his right.
Dornbach on the draw, gets beaten on the faceoff by the Eagles. Safgren, and behind the net it goes. Eagles look to break out too far for Arkensinger. It's going to be Luke Johnson to send that one back in for the Hornets. Brett Goldenau plays that to his defensive partner. That's Louis Rail, and it's going to be back up through center. Safgren to the right wing side for Arkensinger, checked off the play. Foose rings the wall. Masterman will try to hurry, but Shue is there. Masterman somehow deflects. 3-on-1. Hornets across the line. Dornbach holds. Colby wide of the net. Masterman, the loose chase. What a save by DeRocher. Puck is in between. Now it's in the legs. Oh, the Hornets had just about every chance to score there. Colby had a wide open net and just went with a grenade off the wall.
Yeah, and then Edina gathered the puck up. Masterman had a pretty good angle, a little shallow, but DeRocher did a good job. Then Masterman tried to put it up over him once he got that rebound, but boy, Eden Prairie dodged a huge bullet on that one.
Did they ever? Then they had the opportunity for the rebound too, and penalty coming up. Hornets are going to go. Down on the play goes Johannes, and we'll face it off inside the Edina zone. We'll get to see the Eagle power play go to work.
Yeah, and it's going to be Shearer taking the second penalty of the game in an opportune time to do that. Another stick penalty called on this Edina Hornet team that's kind of plagued them all year long, but plenty of time left. But now Eden Prairie with that almost 38% power play is going to get a chance to cut this lead down. Not insurmountable. You can't look at it as a 4-0 disadvantage. You have to look at it in a 1-goal game, get that first one, and let everything take care of itself.
Pretty incredible when you think about the term you just said. Almost 38%.
Yeah, and they're going to get a golden opportunity right here, but it starts face-off to Bo's right, but it starts with winning this face-off, and it's going to be Graham taking this face-off.
There's a little bit of a player sneaking off. The Hornets wanted to call him on it, and to my knowledge, I don't know if the right guy's out, but we're underway here.
Here we go.
5-on-4. That gets through everyone. Back into the Eden Prairie zone it goes. 1:44 in the man advantage early on in that for the Eagles. 14:50 in the period.
Well, Pete, as I said, Edina scored 9 shorthanded goals so far this year, so Eden Prairie's still going to have to mind their defensive responsibilities.
Forcing the turnover at center was Malmquist, and he has the explosive Garrett Waite. Here they come. Waite looking for Malmquist, who is bidding for the hat trick. By the way, don't forget the Let's Play Hockey Player of the Game coming up at the conclusion of tonight's contest. Puck to the middle was picked off, and that one whistled a little tardy on the offside call. If I were the Eagle faithful, I'd be a little bit less than pleased there.
Yeah.
That was an excuse me whistle.
Yeah, it kind of was. He looked like he kind of deliberated whether he was going to call it or not, but at least be definitive on it. But I don't think that puck left the zone. But the consequence is it's going to be face-off outside the Edina zone. Just 1:17 left in the penalty to Shearer. Eden Prairie, nary a shot on goal to this point, but they're at least winning some faceoffs and getting possession, but Edina's just all over the puck. They're defending quite well, being shorthanded.
Lean in to take the faceoff at center ice. Off the offside call. It's going to be Shue with it. Middlestat walks, top of the slot. Stick checked on the play. Played back by Argensinger down the left wing wall. Shot off the post! Oh, Nolan Sullivan with a chance there. Argensinger, low bottom right circle, walks behind the net, bothered by Foose. Big time size mismatch there. Played back in behind the net. Nolan Sullivan pinched out by Foley. Now it's going to be Shue behind the Edina net. 43 to go on the man advantage. Back up high to the point. Eagles control power play. Middlestat top of the right circle. Middlestat plays back up. There's a snapper that's up off the top of the net. Glass and settles in on top of the net. A nice break for the goaltender, Kobe Bowe. That shot off Nicky Lieberman's stick.
Yeah, lively end wall and glass as well. Caromed off and went on top of the net. Could have been a trying moment for Edina, but Eden Prairie very aggressive on this power play. They had 4 guys, including Shue, a defenseman, behind the goal line, and only one person back on the blue line, so they're going after it, Pete.
Argensinger walks from right to left across the line for the Eagles, down low, bothered by Foose. And the Foose change picked up. Nolan Sullivan behind the net, plays. Middlestat quickly up for Lieberman, back for Middlestat, touch pass for Lieberman, back for Middlestat, shoots puck on end, nice save, quick release by Middlestat, better save by Bowe. Back in behind the Eden Prairie net, DeRocher's going to ring it to the wall on the left wing side. Shue plays ahead for Middlestat, who's going to race across the line. 39-point getter so far this year, and Golden Gopher recruit. Has his shot blocked by Meyer. Hornets are at full strength now with 13 minutes remaining in the third period. They hold the 4-0 lead. Rink wide go the Eagles, up high in their own zone to center. Meyer off the rail, sends that back in behind the Eagle net. Played back off the boards to the right wing side. It's Pizon over to play the puck. In to help out Wesley Young through center, off Masterman's stick. Phillips to Masterman to the right wing side. Picked up out of the air. Here come the Eagles from center. Matthew Hastings will play back in. Phillips there for the Hornets. Hard pass to the left wing. That's off Wolby. He's checked, stays on the feet. Forces it back into his own corner. Now Meyer is checked. This is the energy line forcing the turnovers. At the line. Oh, the stick breaks in half, and the stick went further than the puck.
How about that?
Oh, my word. All the money put into these things, and all they do is fail you. I'm just telling you, get me a wood stick, I'm done.
At the worst times, too.
With it.
Score! Oh, wow.
There's a stick and a goal for the Hornets. Back the other way. That fails in more than one way. The Hornets take the 5-0 lead.
Well, Copeland, pretty good vision on that one. Had the puck right side of the goal. That's where all the traffic was. He saw Bowlby on the left side, unabated. Bowlby just a redirect pass, goaltender DeRocher boosts this lead to 5. But all that effort from Eden Prairie, and Edina comes back and puts another one in. Now it's 5-0. Boy, Pete, obviously the challenge is in front of the Eagles, but Edina, a great front runner. Once they get up by a couple goals, it's a very difficult team to come back against. But again, Eden Prairie, I don't see any lack of effort, I'll say that, and that's an encouraging sign for Coach Lee Smith.
Now, the Eagles, that was a great shift they had brewing there, too. I mean, they were on the forecheck. I mean, as far as the shift goes, Coach has to be pleased. Monchamp bids for the 6-0 and potential running time lead. That one pushed wide as they'll battle off the corner. Monchamp checked on the play. Wade looks out front. You have Malmquist backdoor boost, a snapper. DeRocher. Monchamp bids, nearly tucked it in behind the left pad, but it hits the top of the skate of the goaltender, Sean DeRocher. He keeps the puck out of that. Nice save there by the Eagle goaltender.
Oh, I think you're underselling it a little bit. That was a huge save, but I think it was Foose that actually kept that puck in. A little harmless shot on goal. DeRocher made that save, but Monchamp with the quick hands went backhand to forehand. But it was DeRocher who got that pad in front of it. Otherwise, we'd be talking a six-goal lead. Big save by DeRocher.
Face-off control to the point. Foose with it. Dances to his right. Plays down the wall. Stood up on the play as Dornbach. The Eagles back out of the zone with Nolan Sullivan 1-on-2, and he's stood up by Foose. Sullivan was looking for Foose after that shot. That hits the shoe stick, and it's going to be picked up by Luke Johnson. Plays to the right wing side. Masterman, nice little nifty pass for Dornbach. He's railed on the play by Shue. The bodies are flying. Masterman the body, Shue the body. We saw 3 heavy hits. These guys are taking big league runs at each other. No love lost here at the community center. Bowlby just offside on the play.
Well, it was a good challenge by Boldenau on that one. It was Bowlby that tried to gain the zone, but Boldenau actually challenged him, and two Edina Hornets went in to preceded the puck, so we're going to get a face-off outside the zone. But yes, the physical part of this game is picking up. Too many men on the ice for Eden Prairie, so they're going to be a man down. Now Edina's going to go on the power play. Boy, it just kind of goes from bad to worse. You feel bad for Eden Prairie with the effort that they put into this game. To be down 5-0 kind of leaves you scratching your head. But as we talked about, Pete, there's a very talented Edina Hornet team that can come at you from a lot of different angles. And they use the whole ice, so they're very difficult to defend. Eden Prairie just looking for something positive to happen, but they're still trying to determine who's going to serve this penalty, Pete. So
Eagles right now, the coaching staff, I think they all think that they've sent the man over.
Did you get the penalty from him? Okay.
They've got 4 skaters on the ice, but there's no one in the bench.
Okay, got it.
Here he comes.
Number 5 will serve.
Alex Bizon will serve. I don't know if that was we're not acknowledging the situation. But they had 4 skaters on the ice, so it's not like they weren't being belligerent. Hornets control. It's going to be Meyer. Oh, a bouncing puck in on goal. That might have been deflected off Bowlby. Now it's Copeland with it. Turns up high. Copeland, a high-skill player, the sophomore, gets it back from Phillips. Phillips, top of the umbrella, back over for Copeland. Wanted to play it down low. I think he's looking for Masterman. Walks across the goal line. Short side. Stopped neatly there by DeRocher. Now it's going to be Phillips to the right point. Meyer with it, top of the right circle, walks to his left, looks over to the right to Bowlby on the off wing. Bowlby from the slot area takes a shot right into the midsection of Arkensinger. How's that feeling right now?
Well, he did a good job of making himself big, really limited. He done his options. They haven't got a shot on goal this power play, Pete.
1:10 to go in it. Too many men was your most recent penalty to the Eagles. Across the line it goes, and that's shoveled high in the air and back into the Edina zone, bounding into the corner. Now it's going to be picked up by Meyer. He has a goal tonight for the Hornets, his first of the season. Waite across the line, finds Dornbach with Malmquist to the net. That deflects up high in the air, bouncing puck. Ooh, stick comes up high on Foose. Looks like the Eagles, to me, got away with one. Back in behind the Edina net it goes. It's going to be picked up by Foley. Outlets to the right wing for Foose, back for Foley. He gains center. Foley leaves off. Left side, right side rather. Foose plays catch with Waite from the right circle up high to the right point for Foley. It's going to be Waite walking and shooting. That was off a player. I don't even know if that got through to DeRocher, but nonetheless the Eagles clear and send it back into the Edina zone.
Boy, Garrett Waite has a big league release. Once he gets that puck, he just lets it. It flies off his stick. So good job of Eden Prairie defending.
He has confidence too with where he's shooting the puck and where he wants to put it. Back in behind that shoe, stick comes up high on him from Dornbach, and he's going to get a high sticking call. Are they calling shoe or Dornbach?
No, they're calling Dornbach. Edina Waite touched the puck, and that's when the whistle came. But Dornbach's going to go into the box. But again, Brady Shue, you don't want to chime too much, have too much conversation, as we learned early in this contest. But now Eden Prairie, again, we've said that 40% power play, but Edina's done a good job of stifling a very powerful special teams unit from the Eden Prairie Eagles.
So we'll bring it back into the Edina zone. Kobe Bowe will line up to the right side of the net. Speed out there up front. Masterman and Walker to kill this penalty. Sent back into the Eagle zone. Back in behind the net. Aguilar is there. He's going to wait for the power play breakout as they work out of the zone. Aguilar sidesteps one man. 8:45 to go in the third. Hornets lead the Eagles by a score of 5-0. Turned over at the line. Mark Sullivan tries to send that one through. It's Aguilar in front of the penalty box area. Sent right back into the Edina zone. Bowe will set up behind the net. Off the glass, but not out. Mark Sullivan has the bouncing puck. Couldn't get control of it. Masterman got a stick inside. Down low behind the net. Brett Boldenau. Boldenau runs into a big Phillips check. He's brought down on the play. Boldenau is shaken up behind the play. Hornets look to break out of the zone with Walker. Muscled off the puck by Mark Sullivan to the corner. Oh, a stick comes up high on Meyer. No call. Played up high to the point. Back down low it goes. Now it's going to be Graham with it. Graham turns and plays that one to the corner, but Walker's stick deflects that from going where he wanted it to, but there's Middlestad to take over. Left circle shot that's blocked by Meyer. Meyer hits Middlestad. Big body thrown by Sadler. Oh, and a big forecheck or a cross It's getting dicey out here, folks. Money's flying everywhere. Meyer and Sackman. My eyes! That is absolutely ridiculous. And we're not going any editorial here, Bart Archer. Get control of the game. Back door off the side of the goal. Now it's going to be Graham. Middlestat with it. Plays it up to the right point. Now it's going to be Graham. Walks and shoots a blocker pad. Save the beauty. Kobe Bowe turns it aside. Shoe with it. Malmquist is there. Graham walks down the left wing side. He's bothered on the play by Masterman. Now Graham walks and shoots. Stick save. Hornets full strength as Dornbach back on the ice. Now it's going to be Graham. Played it down the wall. Off the stick of Dornbach. Graham holds and shoots. That hits traffic. Doesn't get through. Graham now from the right wing side of the slot. Right circle. Middlestat gets through one person. He's checked on the play. Graham is a big drink of water. 2-on-1 turnover. Dornbach with Masterman. Masterman holds, shoots, fans on the puck. Couldn't get it through. Back in behind the net. Dornbach wants to wrap around. DeRocher says no. And the puck is covered. And the faceoff will come up inside the Eden Prairie zone. Bart Archer, get control of this thing, will you?
I don't think I can, Pete. You're putting a burden on my shoulders that I can't answer the bell for. But good pressure down low. Obviously, the physical game is picking up. 6:22 left in the third period. Eden Prairie down by 5, but showing a lot of fire right now and a lot of energy.
You know I'm not one to call out officiating. That's not my game, but that was absolutely... Call 911.
Well,
I've seen guys get 3 to 5 years for less.
Right, I'm deliberately being quiet, Pete. I'm getting a little more mature in my old age.
No. Back in behind the net it goes. Puck is played up the wall by Wesley Young. 6:03 to go in the period. Eagles, Hornets battle in late conference action across the line. Pizon gets away from an oncoming Sam Foosbin. Luke Johnson out left to the left wing side off the glass by Patrick Howe to center. Big check thrown on Prairie. And the Eagles slashing call coming up on the Hornets. And the Eagles will play back in deep.
Well, you're right, Pete. Penalty on the Hornets. And it's going to be a slashing penalty, and I think it's going to be Foots that's going to go for this one, Pete. Foots has really played a strong game. He's been challenged all night and really risen to the occasion quite often, but Eden Prairie, 5:40 left, down by 5. Obviously, it's a pretty daunting task, but I think Coach Lee Smith just wants this last 5 minutes and 40 seconds to be a good one, get some momentum going into the next contest, but now they got to get a goal, Pete. They got to get that cipher off the scoreboard. Sorry.
That one blocked. He had a scoring chance to the slot area for the Eagles. Up and out of play. More rough stuff. After the whistle now, Paul Meyer coming together with Nolan Sullivan. Paul Meyer has been in the thick of things physically here, the big defenseman for the Hornets. He's a big drink of water.
Yeah, in fact, he is, Pete. And they got a couple between him and Foley. Those are two pretty tall timbers back there defending. They've done an outstanding job. We haven't called Middlestat's name or Graham's too many times tonight because they're on him very, very quickly. Donna's defense, of course, done an outstanding job tonight.
Okay, now we talked about Steve Olinger nearly losing a beak. Now they nearly took the forehead off of Dave Langevin. And he looked at his defenseman and started yelling at him.
He's not a guy.
Then he just went to the armful. He's
right.
Laughing.
He's not a guy you want to make angry.
I think anybody knows that.
Yep.
Bam Bam, they used to call him. Shoot, plays it to the right wing side. That's off Lieberman. Middlestat walks from the right circle. He's had a great game tonight. He's had points to show for it. Busy stick by Waite. Really solid penalty killing by Waite up front. Waite and Walker out for the Hornets. Lieberman snaps that one through traffic, get on goal, and that's Bowe to make the save. Lots of traffic in front of him. You got to stay focused to see that biscuit working its way through.
Yeah, and Kobe Bowe's done an outstanding job of that tonight. There has been traffic in front. If the shot is coming through, he's done a great job of tracking it through the wickets and the sticks as well. But not only that, but he holds on to the puck, Pete. A lot of times you make the save, but the rebound is out on a doily, so to speak. But he's done a good job of controlling him or deflecting him into the corner.
A little tea party for Bart Archer. Meyer gives off to another big fella behind the line, and Foley, who guides it along. Dornbach plays behind the net. Eagles will work control in the offensive zone. Power play for 105. Eagles control, play back up, high left point. Graham gets it, he has a lane, plays it down low. Instead, there's a shot and a save and a good opportunity by Tyler Safran, and more fisticuffs and seal off the side of the net.
Well, they tried to go short side on Kobe Bowe, but he took away the high percentage shot, being down on his pads, and then they took a spear at it once he had it covered, and I think that's where the discussion started, the physical discussion, so to speak. They're still chatting on the way to their benches right now. They're both going to go, and that's going to be Safran, who's been very vocal this game, and Paul Meyer. They're both going to go coincidental, so we're not going to be short on the ice as it stands, but it's still 52 seconds left on the penalty to Foose, so Eden Prairie's still on the power play, Pete. Penalty box are getting a little congested over there.
Well, so after a few times and a few get-togethers, a few dances, Paul Meyer has dragged in a lot of attention here this third period.
Yes,
Not really his game, but he's been very involved in the physical stuff behind the play and at the whistles around the net. And finally, he and Tyler Safran's little Duke Fest have come to a close. They're going to sit for 2 minutes, but as you say, it remains 5-on-4.
Yep.
50 seconds of the man advantage for the Eagles. Aguilar plays down to left wing side for Graham. Aguilar, Middlestat, back up to Aguilar. Graham, left side. Graham back up for Aguilar. He'll walk to his left. Aguilar plays back down for Graham. Aguilar, wrist shot. That one wide of the net, off the boards, and sent the length of the ice, where DeRocher will set up off the side of the cage.
Well, Edina's done a good job of defending. They're more in a diamond than they are a box. They're trying to take away the point man on that power play, but Eden Prairie with two guys in front against one. They got to get in front of the net.
Middlestat races up the left wing side. They had a man down low. That was Brett Boldenau, and forcing things up the left wing wall. Hooked partially on the play was Copeland, but they play on, and he plays it to the corner. We're 5-on-5 now with 3:37 to go in the third. Back up through center. That gets through everyone, and icing will be the call as Luke Karanovich chases that one down.
Well, I think it was Boldenau that was trying to hit Graham in stride, but he just got a little bit under it, and it actually had eyes as it went through traffic all the way down, face up now to DeRocher's right. Just 3:22 left in this. Boy, you got to love Lake Conference hockey. This is just everything that you want and more. Yes, they're getting a little emotional. They're starting to spill over a little bit, but I think the referees have done a pretty good job of containing the emotions and keeping control of this game.
When you put the 5 teams of this conference together, it's only 5, but they are so well matched, and they go at each other with such a knowledgeable history that you feel it in these games. We could literally pick every one of these games every week, any one of these, and have this type of electricity. But these two teams, something special here when they play.
Absolutely.
Karanovich plays to the right wing side. It's going to be Walker for Copeland, left wing for Shear. Ooh, he's absolutely blown up. Duraney stepped up on that play. Johannes, left wing side of the zone for the Eagles of Eden Prairie. We are now at the 14-minute mark of the third period. Phillips walks to his left, wrist shot, traffic, rebound. Nice save to Rocher. Phillips plays back in behind. Shear is there with a big check. Duraney plays for Johannes back up the center. It's going to be Karanovich back into the Eden Prairie zone. Rail. Left wing side, back up through the neutral zone it goes. There's Walker to force a turnover. Left something behind right at the center faceoff dot, and the Eagles will play it back in. 2:27 to go. Edina leads 5-0. Don't forget, Let's Play Hockey Player of the Game right after the final whistle. Bart Archer has it queued up for you like a good old-fashioned DJ with the record.
Yeah.
Backpedaling in his own zone, it's going to be Foose. Hornets in control, out of their own zone. Johnson plays it left wing side. Howard will play in deep. On the forecheck, it's Ryan, no relation to Warren Moon with the big body. Play back off the wall. Right side of the Eagles zone as they break out. Lieberman with it. Cross center. High off the glass. Bowe will have to hurry to his left. Hornets, Luke Johnson with a nice defensive play to take short that would-be Pizon opportunity. Moon off the glass, plays in with 1:39 to go. Shoe with it. Eagles off the end boards. They trail by 5 at 5-0. Lieberman gets away from one man. That's Howe. Lieberman again. Angles across the left and plays back into the Hornet zone. Foley off the boards for Baranovich. Oh, he tried to make a move there. Didn't work as Hastings is there on the forecheck. Now Dornbach helps out. Hastings for the Eagles. Forces a turnover to center ice it goes. Brett Boldenau plays back into the Edina zone with 1:08 to go in the hockey game. Masterman races up the right wing side. He better hurry. He's jammed on the play by Aguilar. Sent back in by Baranovich behind the net. Brett Boldenau off the boards, plays it to center. Foley holds and plays back into the Eagle zone. Here they come with Brett Boldenau across center. Boldenau holds it, shoots, pad save, Bo. He has been stout tonight in goal for Edina. 40 to go in the third period. And the old school Comiskey Park goodbye chant in full force here from the Hornet faithful. Eating up every minute of this. Out front, off the netting, and out of play.
Well, we're 28.2 seconds away from the end of this contest, and it doesn't get any easier for this Eden Prairie team as they travel actually they stay here at the Eden Prairie Community Center against Wayzata. Not an easy task, and then Benilde, Minnetonka, Hopkins, and Edina. So the task for Eden Prairie doesn't get any easier from this point forward.
They've had like a 5-game series with the Red Knights this year. It's amazing.
How about that? But 4 of the last 5 games against Lake Conference opponents.
It's like a Central Division matchup from the National Hockey League.
You gotta like it.
From the left point, that's sent back in by Nolan Sullivan, winding it down 15 seconds. Howard stood up on the play, and it's going to be Moon up the left wing side. He has Monchamp racing. That one up and out of play with 7.4, and Monchamp hit late. Wow.
Yeah, he's getting up. Monchamp's really done a pretty good job. He's a little gingerly on one leg, but it looks like he's no worse for the wear. But he's really come in and played a pretty good game. Sometimes when you get put into a more prominent role, you can go one of two ways. He's responded quite well tonight. He's been a very effective player tonight, filling in for Parker Mismatch, who has not seen any action since that first period 10-minute misconduct. So Kurt Giles, who runs a very tight ship, you don't want to get in his crosshairs for the wrong reasons. But Parker Mismatch is a very solid contributor to this team, and they need him on the ice to be successful long term.
Face-off handled by the Hornets. The Eagles come up and regain possession. They'll chip to center, and that'll do it here for this hockey game, as the Hornets win by a score of 5-0.
Yeah, a very definitive win for the Edina Hornets. They actually won all 3 phases of all 3 zones of this game. They played a good, solid 2-direction game. I really like what I saw from Eden Prairie. They didn't waver from their effort, and they stayed with the game plan. They just ran against a team that defends actually quite well, and Colby Bowe was very, very solid tonight. But DeRocher, I thought, played quite well in goal for the Eden Prairie Eagles. But if you're an Eagles fan, don't get your head down. They actually had a pretty good showing. They just couldn't punch it in. But they had some opportunities. They had some opportunities on the power play. But this Edina team is playing as good as anybody. And now 13-0-1 in the last 14 games. So Edina's on a roll. And Eden Prairie just the victim of that fine streak.
If there's anything you can say about this hockey game is that neither team quit, and they played to the very end of the final buzzer regardless of the score. They adhered to the game plans that they wanted to. The only difference was the Hornets finished and the Eagles didn't. The Hornets put the puck in the net and finished the game. This was a great hockey game on Sports Radio 105 The Ticket. We now go to the all-important Let's Play Hockey Player of the Game, Bart Archer. Who is the standout player in your book?
Well, I think the standout player in my book is Colby Bowe, the goaltender for the Edina Hornets. He faced probably 30-some shots. We don't have the official shot total, but to come into a hostile environment like the Eden Prairie Community Center and blank a very good Eden Prairie team, I think he's the Let's Play Hockey Player of the Game tonight.
I agree with you, Bart. The goal scorers got their job done, but then sort of disappeared here and there. But when he was relied upon, he pitched a heck of a shutout. And you know what? He never wavered at any juncture of this game. And he would give me as a teammate a lot of confidence to get the job done, no question.
I think you bring up a great point. What a good goaltender can do when they make saves that perhaps they shouldn't is it gives the team confidence to be able to take some chances, to join. Made a couple saves that he probably had no business making, but I think he was kind of the difference in this game.
He'll say it's all by design. Your final score, the Edina Hornets 5, the Eden Prairie Eagles 0. That's going to do a wrap for us here from the Eden Prairie Community Center. A great hockey game on Sports Radio 105 The Ticket. Great work back at the studio. Will Meyer always getting the job done as our producer. Bart Archer on the color commentary call. That's going to do it once again. The score, the Edina Hornets 5, the Eden Prairie Eagles nothing. I'm Pete Wagner. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to live, local, play-by-play coverage of tonight's game. Catch all the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Tonight's game was brought to you by The Mulch Store, Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, Athlete PT, Noodles & Company of Eden Prairie, The Sun Current, The Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine, the Pioneer Press, and BEC TV. You can find an archived broadcast of tonight's game available 24/7 on psbmn.com.